It is a gorgeous day outside, so I'm going to show you how to take the front top off, or the front freedom panels off, of the Jeep Gladiator. Then we're going to go for a ride and see just how it is riding around without those pieces on. Because I'm betting there are a lot of people out there who have probably never taken them off. So it's pretty simple. You don't really need any tools. You just have a few latches inside here. You've got the two front ones, one on each side, and then you've got these little twisty levery like things here, here, and over here, and that's it. So we're going to go ahead, pull down the first one and make sure it clears the little prong on the other side there. And we're going to twist this one, and I can't remember, there is a sequence to this, and I believe it's the passenger side first, but I can't remember, so we're going to find out. Let's go ahead and get this one off. And let's see. No, it is the driver's side first, which actually makes sense, right? Because you'd think it would be the driver's side. So let me sit you guys down out here, and we'll go ahead and lift that out. Trying to do this, of course, without hitting my lift up there and damaging the cover. We don't want to do that. So I'm just going to lift it up, and I'm going to kind of sit it on the edge here and then just pull it out. And I did tap it right there, you heard, but no big deal. We'll set this aside. And now I'm going to do the other one. It's the same way, except I'm going to kind of pull it across the Jeep to get it out. Again, just push up lightly, and I'm being careful so as I don't, again, hit the top of it on my lift and scratch my roof, if you will. Obviously, it would be easier to do this if you were outside in the open, but that's it. That's how you take the top off. And they're not too heavy. I mean, they're not really light, but anybody should be able to do this. We'll go ahead and sit this one down. Now we're going to pull out of the garage, go for a ride. You guys can see what it looks like with the top off in here. And you don't really have to do anything else. That's pretty much it. So let's fire it up, get out on the road, and see what it's like from I guess a wind noise, maybe how much air we get inside. It is 70, I think it's 76 degrees or something here, so it's perfect weather to do this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fire it up in the garage so you can hear what it sounds like with the top off, and it's going to be louder because we're inside, right? But let's go. Not too bad. Let's get out into the open air and go for a ride. Okay, we are out in the open, as you can see. First thing I notice, of course, is how bright it is in here. You know, it's about noon o'clock. That'd be 12 noon. So the sun is right about at its highest point or so. So it's above anywhere that I could block it with visors or anything else. Maybe with my hat a little bit. So we'll wear the hat a little bit low, I guess, kind of to keep the sun out of my eyes. Now, if it was, say, midsummer, here in South Texas, with the heat and humidity we get, which is coming back a little bit, by the way, it would probably be pretty unbearable sitting out here with that bright sun beating down on you with hot, humid temperatures. But it's not bad right now. Again, it's 25 degrees Celsius. My wife is Canadian, so she keeps the temperature thing in the metric system, I guess. That's about 76 degrees or something like that. So it's not bad. And we had a front go through, so the humidity was pretty darn low. Now, from a wind standpoint, I've got the windows up right now, and you can hear quite a bit of wind. Obviously, with the top down in any vehicle, you're going to get a lot of of wind sound, right? And you certainly do in the Jeep, and we're not going fast. We're traveling right now at about 30 miles an hour or so. So there is quite a bit of wind noise. As far as what's blowing on me inside, it's really not too bad. I do feel it. You might, I don't know if you can see my shirt moving at all. My hair, of course, is blowing like mad in my face, you know. But anyway, you do get some wind inside. Now, we're going to hit a 55-mile-an-hour road here, and I'll put the windows down in a couple minutes as soon as we get going, and you guys can see what it, I guess, sounds like and looks like with the windows down. But we're going to accelerate on up to 55. Listen, you can hear that intake too, man. Love it. Okay, we're at 55 miles an hour right now, and I do feel like I need to raise my voice for you guys to be able to hear me. I don't know how much wind buffeting you're going to get in the mic. Hopefully it's not horrid. But if you were trying to have a conversation with somebody sitting next to you, you would be yelling at each other with the top off. So now we're going to go ahead. I have to take my hat off for this because I think it would blow off. I'm going to go ahead and put the windows down. Let's see what difference we get. Oh yeah. And again, I'm traveling at at about 60 miles an hour right now, and I am getting big wind right here on the side of my head. I feel like I'm in one of those hurricane weathermen commercials where they're outside, hopefully this helps, where they're outside trying to make the hurricane seem worse, but there is a ton of wind. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and put these windows back up. Hopefully you can tell a difference there. It is quite windy. Now, that's not a bad thing. I will say it's not comfortable. I mean, if you're, I guess, on a freeway driving somewhere and you've got these tops off, you are going to get hit with the wind, man. You'd almost have to have I think the windows up for it to be pleasant. I mean, it was not pleasant with the wind blowing in my ear and blowing in my right eye driving down the road, just being honest. I still love it. I still love being able to take the top off. Now, there is a solution for this, and that is, it's not going to completely get rid of it, but that is the bikini top. It's just a panel that fits right across the top, and it will certainly cut down on the sun glare that you get, or the sun being in your eyes when it's around noon or so, and it will cut down a little bit on the wind from the top. Obviously, when you put the windows down, you're still going to get, I think, a good deal of wind inside the cab because the bikini top does not fit seamlessly, I guess, around the edges. There is a pretty good gap all the way around, but nonetheless, it is a way, I suppose, to kind of cut down on the violence of having the top off, if you will. However, I do believe that kind of ruins the experience, right? I mean, if you're wanting to drive around with your top off, you're obviously wanting to have that wind. So, yeah, take it for what it's worth, I guess. And then, of course, if you go ahead and remove the back section, which, by the way, is a two-man job, you're quite the behemoth if you can manipulate it, not from a weight standpoint, but more from a being able to control it from falling down on the ground. It's kind of awkward. It's heavy enough that trying to manipulate it by yourself is an awkward proposition. So just be aware of that if you think you're going to pull that off by yourself. Unless, of course, you have some sort of a lift a pulley system or a stand that you can use to get it off. Then you're much better prepared. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you guys out with me and let you kind of experience what it's like to be in the Jeep Gladiator with the tops off, the Freedom panels in the front. Let me know, do you drive around with yours off frequently, and how do you find the sun and the wind, or does it not bother you at all? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.